What's up guys, welcome to the Chess Giant. This is Solomon Erdell, and in today's video we're going to be covering a pretty dangerous chess opening trap against the move d4 with the Queen's Indian defense. And here we're really going to start off with knight f6, e6, and now against the move knight f3 we could go into the Bogo Indian defense with bishop b4, a very solid system for black, but with the Queen's Indian defense we play b6. And now against the main line of g3 we have bishop a6. This move does seem very strange, but the whole point is that by playing the move g3, white has pretty much made it obvious that they're not planning on defending this pawn on c4 with their light squared bishop. I mean, if white does play a move like e3 here, g3 was more or less a waste of time. So here white could play moves like queen c2, queen a5, or knight bd2, but I do think that the best move for white here is b3, in which case we're going to continue with bishop b4 check, attacking the opponent's king. And so far to this point, I mean, by playing moves like g3 and b3, white is following the main line followed at the elite grandmaster level, but now white does have a pretty hard decision to make. Bishop d2 is by far white's best option, but it may be tempting for white to play knight bd2. Whole idea being, if we ever take this knight, well, white simply gets the bishop here. I mean, here white would love to play moves like bishop d2, castling kingside, bishop b2, a3. Why not play knight d2? Well, this actually turns out to be a pretty big mistake because we now have this option of bishop c3 attacking that rook on a1, and now following the move rook b1. As y'all can see, this rook can't even move because of our dark squared bishop. And now we're going to reroute our light squared bishop back to b7 with the idea of playing bishop e4 and trapping that rook, winning the exchange. And there's really no good way for white to stop this. I mean, if white does play a move like queen c2, this does stop bishop e4 because of the fact that white could simply take our bishop and then capture our bishop on b1. And we don't want to give up two of our bishops only for one rook. However, we could simply take that pawn on d4, guys. I mean, we're simply up a pawn here. And if knight takes d4, well, thank you for the rook. Some players, yet again, may be tempted to take this minor piece because of this idea of f3, looking to trap that bishop with king f2 and king g1. But we can save this bishop by playing the move h5, h4, and h3. Whole idea being, we don't just get one pawn out of the deal, but get the bishop on f1. And here, if white takes our bishop and we take back, we can simply continue with a move like c5, kicking this knight to a square like b5, continue to advance in the center of the board with d5. And here, guys, we are simply ahead. One piece for a pawn. Black is simply winning. Now here, in addition to queen c2 not working because of bishop takes d4, simply being ahead a pawn, bishop b2 also doesn't really work because we now have knight e4. Whole idea being, if bishop takes c3, that's okay. We'll take that bishop back and we'll be attacking both the queen and then capture that rook on b1, simply being up the exchange. And if a move like bishop d2, knight takes d2 ideas are always in the air, activating the bishop. Whole idea being, if knight takes d2, we simply take that bishop on g2 and we have a one game. And if bishop takes c3, we capture that rook on b1, play d5, and we are up the exchange with the Queen's Indian defense. If you'd like to learn more on the theory behind the Queen's Indian defense, click the video to the left. If you'd like to learn more on the French defense, a fun and strong chess opening for black against e4, click the video to the right. Leave a comment to let me know what other videos you'd like to see covered on this channel. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.